What is going on, guys? I'm just drinking this delicious cup of Khmer coffee, but it's not in just a regular mug. It's in a sweet, good old thermosy travel mug. Is that what it's called, Abe?
Sure.
A travel mug. It has the
mug.
dope-ass logo with a dope-ass animal, whatever it is, with DNA, and it says Khmer coffee, and it's just what I need to carry around with me.
Yes.
When I make some good-ass Khmer coffee. I don't want it getting cold on my table, my kitchen table. It's show the art. All right? We've done this so many times. You would think I would get it. Go type in the coupon code and save some money. Peace. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? You're listening to the Show the Art podcast. We are your hosts. I am Ames. Alongside with me is my main
Introduce
man.
me better than that, boy.
Here's his baby back bitch. Sipping on coffee right now. Is that a latte?
It's just
a frappuccino.
It's a dark coffee, black coffee,
I
no
like
cream
that.
in it.
Nice. What kind of bean? Bootleg,
Ethiopian.
Yeah. Nice.
Ethiopian.
Also, they're from Jamaica. Ethiopia.
Ethiopian from Jamaica.
So my main Jamaican man, we got Abe. Abe, what's
Yo.
good, man?
I'm good, man. How's everything?
Freaking cold.
It's
Homie,
brick.
if you guys don't know, we're from New Jersey. If we didn't say it enough, we're from New Jersey, and it is Brick City.
Yeah.
When I say Brick City, that means it's very frigid. When I say very frigid, I mean very cold.
As we say in the streets, it's cold as balls.
It's cold as balls.
Where does
man.
brick come from? Like the term.
I don't
like,
know.
why do people say
Growing up, they were like,
Yeah.
"Yo, it's brick outside."
Like I get cold as balls
Ah.
because those things get really cold. But brick.
Your balls get cold. Your balls should stay warm, brother. You ever wake up and your hands are like right on your nuts?
Every night, every
Yeah.
morning.
See? Exactly.
Yeah.
So your balls are warm.
Well, they regulate your body, so it gets cold quick if it's like
Oh,
really,
regulate-
forget it.
regulate
You're not
that
a man,
face. I
so
don't give a damn much, you man. Let me see. Where did? No, I'm not even Google. I was
yeah,
gonna
don't
Google,
it. Don't Google.
where did the term brick
Yeah.
come from, but I
like
don't
cold as a
it-
brick, like a brick gets cold. Does a brick get cold? No,
nah.
right?
I was thinking maybe back in Newark it was really cold, but that doesn't make sense. So I'm just gonna stop talking.
Yeah.
So it is cold outside. A few things to go over or to talk about. The first one, it's kind of funny. Abe, you want to talk about it?
I don't know. What are we talking about?
The meme.
What means?
So last week, the whole EBI we talked about, the whole EBI thing was going on, and all of a sudden I started to follow this this Instagram name, Verbal Tap Cast, right?
Okay.
Because I dig it. Because they made me laugh. The first thing I saw, I was it's on that thing when you go start like searching stuff on Instagram, and one of them on the verbal tap was he performed the sharpshooter.
Okay.
So it's a little Bret Hart move.
Bret Hart.
Yeah. So he
Yeah.
tapped that
Didn't The
ass
Rock
out.
use a sharpshooter from time to
Yeah,
time?
but it was like, it was.
He just threw it in there to diversify his portfolio.
Yeah, it was a sharpshooter that would make Bret Hart cry, or
Okay.
even Sting with his Scorpion Deathlock kind
Okay.
of cry. So I started
Fair
following them too. So this is just last week, and all of a sudden, that weekend, I don't know what day it was. You guys
Yes,
are on a meme with a picture of you guys are on it when it says you have to. I'm reading it right now from their thing.
Yeah.
When you have to team up with other podcasts before you have the courage to talk trash. Can you kind of fill me in on what happened?
So who's in the picture? Just so people can
it's-
know.
It's
Go
you-
to @VerbalTapcast.
Yeah.
They do a lot of memes. It's pretty funny stuff
Mhm.
sometimes.
Yeah.
And I hear they're cool people.
Okay.
And yeah, they memed us. So
Okay.
who's in the picture?
It's you two, and I'm not. Who are these people?
All right. So in the picture,
Fill me in.
it is Marco Smirky Deep, our professor of jiu-jitsu,
Mhm.
myself, handsome freak,
Not really.
J.M. Holland from 10th Planet Bethlehem,
Okay.
Zach, Big Z Boy, Zach
Yeah.
Maslany from 10th Planet Bethlehem with the sick 10p Rolling Papers T-shirt.
That is pretty dope.
And then Joey from the Jiu-Jitsu podcast, Joey Bag of Donuts.
Okay.
That's
his name.
no, I call him that.
Okay. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But go on.
So yeah, Joey Donuts from.
Yeah.
I don't know why I call him that. It just helps me remember that his name is
That's
Joey.
such an Italian thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, like
Joey Bag of Donuts.
Exactly. You know what I mean? 22 time. Yeah. That type of thing. Yeah.
22 times.
Yeah. And like it's like over here in Nutley, there's like a high influence or like a major.
Yeah, Lyndhurst is pretty much like
all
90%
Italian
yeah.
or whatever. And I'm from Jersey City,
Me
so
too.
the nicknames or whatever, it's just not. All you have to do with hood nicknames is just take out their name. Donuts. That would be in the hood. Your name is Donuts or Doughboy. It's not like it's not Tony Doughboy.
You don't have to
Doughboy.
say everything. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's not Abe. Like Abe. What your nickname? Abe.
Handsome Devil. You know, like stuff
Abe
like that.
Sissy Pie.
No. Abe.
Why did I say Sissy? See,
I don't know because that's pretty
this
corny.
This is where I'm out. Okay, whatever. Moving right along. So
Ames digs a ditch, whatever your last name is.
So ditch.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be my nickname. So moving on, man. Let's get into it. Can you just fill me in?
Okay. So
yeah.
So apparently, and this is I'm playing catch up.
Yeah.
I don't know them at all. I never talked to them. I just follow them on Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I assume they follow us because they know who we are. And so at the On It Invitational in Austin, Texas, On It Invitational 3, I met Joey from the Jiu-Jitsu podcast, who I actually had talked to not too long before about connecting. And like, us going on him going on him coming on our podcast.
Him coming on you.
Coming on us.
Okay.
And
just you.
and
I'll make it.
So we met there. It was like, all right, hey, I'm gonna be there. You're gonna be there? Yeah, cool. Let's do it. So we meet there. We talk. We're cool. He was actually one of the commentators on Invitational.
Okay.
And so I was gonna do it with him, but I got sick.
So
I was like, I was beat up, man. I play it off in those pictures, but
no, you don't. You can tell you're sickly, but that's like 24/7. But go on.
Yeah,
It's not about you.
Sick with it. That's what people say. I'm sick with it.
No.
I'm not actually sick. I'm just sick with it. Like
Guys,
if I'm on the mic, I'm
that's
sick
just his
with
mom.
it.
That's
If
just his
I'm on
mom
the
that
mats,
says
I'm
that.
sick with it.
Oh, now you're a hip hop artist. Is that it?
I wouldn't say so, but the fact that I rhyme effortlessly, you can say that.
Okay, give me a.
But I digress. So moving on. So we meet Joey.
Mm-hmm.
Joey's a cool guy. I actually, talked to him about, swapping podcasts. And apparently Joey and the other gentleman from Verbal Tapcast, I forget his name. I don't really know him.
Yeah.
And the main guy.
Yeah.
They know each other. They're apparently cool. So
okay.
We all took a picture, all three podcasts minus Ames.
Yeah.
So it was the Show the Art podcast crew, me and Marcos minus Ames.
Mm-hmm.
Zach and JM, they have the Finishers podcast.
Okay.
And then Joey, him and his boys have the Jiu-Jitsu podcast from Texas. So Joey posted it on his Jiu-Jitsu podcast Instagram, and then it said something like, the three podcasts finally meet, something like that.
Yeah.
Like podcast, we're killing it, or something like that.
Okay.
But I think he took a little shot. If you want to go to the Jiu-Jitsu podcast Instagram, he kind of took a little like playful shot, I believe.
Okay.
Like there's some other Jiu-Jitsu podcasts
the guys
out
from
there.
Show the Art and Finishers podcast are much nicer and have better podcasts than some others I know of. Like
Exactly.
and then he tagged them.
Yes. So he was like playing around, doing a little thing.
Oh, thank God, he was kidding.
I guess. Yeah. He was. So Joey was pulling some chains.
Okay.
Because they're buddies, I guess.
You. Yeah.
And then Verbal Tapcast, retaliated.
He came out with the ether.
That was the ether. That was the diss track.
Yeah.
So he came out with the diss track. So that's pretty much what it was.
Okay.
When I read it, I was like, oh, hold on.
No,
what?
I was like, I don't want to be as I'm reading this. So let me give my side as like because I'm trying to keep up with everything because there's so much going on. There's this going on. There's what just happened. John Jones.
Yeah,
and
John
that
Jones.
thing. There's a lot of things going on. So I just checked Instagram frequently. Even if there wasn't a lot going on, I would still be checking Instagram frequently. Let's not get it twisted. So I'm checking. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh, you guys in a picture. Oh, it's a meme. oh, it's this meme. So I was like, please, I don't want to get caught in no crossfire.
Yeah.
But I didn't start clicking anything. I just wanted to ask you, and I just remembered today. And that's why we're kind of late talking about it. But, okay.
But, it's I guess
so
it's
we're
a
all
playful
good.
thing. Yeah.
We're all good in the hood.
Yeah.
Right, perfect.
So that's pretty much it. There's no beef.
Okay.
It's funny because as soon as I read that,
Yeah.
the first thing I asked is, what rank is that dude?
Who we
hold on, who is this
Who
dude?
we
What rank
rocking
is he?
with,
Yeah.
man? So
Not
shout
like
out
to disrespect him,
No,
but it
no,
was
no,
almost
yeah.
like the jiu-jitsu in me wanted
Yeah.
to know, like,
Yeah.
can I beat him in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
grappling match?
Yeah, I
At
know.
least?
No, it's a
This guy's taking
competitive.
shots.
It's like the dude inside you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
just- yeah.
But it was
you
harmless.
You want to size them up.
That's
then-
what I was
yeah.
doing, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I figured out it was like a harmless thing.
Yeah, so we're good. So
yeah.
shout out to Verbal Tap Podcast.
Verbal Tapcast. If you want to start a beef, come at me, bro.
No,
Come at me, bro.
Hey, we're good, man.
Don't start won't be no.
No,
I'm from Jersey City. I don't know where you from. Come on, man.
You're saying that.
I went to high school with mostly mostly hood people. Let's just call it that. Let's call snowflakes snowflakes.
I don't know.
Let's call it what it is.
I don't know where this is going.
Where are you from, dog? Where we at?
Oh, so
Is the hood coming out
who
now?
are we calling out? Let's get that out the way. So
it's harmless. So if people see it out there, some people like to stir the pot. That's how they get followers and fans.
Yeah.
Others like to put out art and put out.
I'm more on that side. I enjoy like the whole like Gary and Kim Terra thing. That it's like the whole Death Squad. I like what Tom DeBlas said. He's like, I support them, I love them, whatever. But that's what they do.
Yeah,
that's how we do,
yeah.
whatever. But to each his own. I'm not knocking on anyone or whatever.
I feel like I grew up surrounded by that kind of bullshit. Yeah. So I hate it now as an adult. I'm like, like I grew up with that stuff. That stuff was so high school.
Yeah.
Every day in high school, I'd have to deal with not me personally. Maybe once or twice I did, but another fucking. Excuse my French.
Damn, he's fired up. No, guys, speak about it, dog.
Another beef or another problem.
Yeah.
That somebody has with somebody else, and it's like, guys, this ain't high
anymore.
school anymore.
It's not that serious.
Like when you're grown up, you're supposed to do grown up things, especially when the stakes are not high.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor stakes are high, baby.
Yeah.
That's $10 million we're dealing with. $20 million we're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
You're dealing with $80,000, $50,000. Like, what are we talking about here?
So that's a lot of bucks to me.
It is, but in the grand scheme of things, what are we talking about here?
Yeah. But to counter that,
me?
that's probably big stakes to them. You know what I mean? It's high stakes for those two opponents.
Good point.
Going at it. So
that's a good point. You got me on that one.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I know. I'm always right, but it's no big deal. But yeah, like I said, to each his own, whatever. If that's what you like to do, whatever. Sometimes too, play head games. Get into their head, kind of get that.
Yes.
Kind of get them off their head. So
off kilter.
Yeah. So I don't got time to judge nobody. I'm too busy. I'm a blue belt. I'm too busy trying to learn new things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have time for.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm too busy trying to keep up with everything.
Yeah,
I sparred last night.
Oh, yeah,
it wasn't very comfortable.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, you wouldn't do well anyway.
Yeah, I'd probably kill.
Maybe you would with that hard ass head.
I got a big ass head.
Yeah.
On that video that I played, I'm like, when you had me in the guillotine,
I'm
like, damn, I got a big dome, homie. I got a big ass dome.
Wasn't it Dars?
No, you caught me in a guillotine, and then I went to like that cartwheel type of thing, and then at the end.
Okay, I forgot. It's all
I didn't realize how long it takes to cut up a video. It takes long, man.
Because you literally have to watch all the footage.
And that's what I did.
Yeah.
I was like, let me just get good snippets, and I want to put so many things together. But Instagram only gives you 1 minute. You know what I mean?
It's tough. Yeah. It's hard out in those Instagram streets.
It is. It's tough on the streets. Let's get into let's flip it into a more serious note.
Okay.
Last night, a great sideline reporter passed away. The NBA's Craig Sager passed away. I think at the age of 20 or 65. I'm sorry, 65. I was gonna start looking things up. So excuse me. So 65 years old, or whatever. Battled cancer. Story. I believe it was leukemia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, and it's sad because
very sad.
You could tell the impact that he made on.
He was
everyone's
a staple.
Life. Yeah,
he was a staple.
He meant something to a lot of people, and you know what I mean. It's just the things that they said about him. Just always happy, always positive. You could see it too, like when people when he interviews all these NBA players, they call him Craig. They know him by name, whatever. They play around with him. Kevin Garnett used to always make fun of him all the time.
Yeah.
He's like, take whatever you have, take what you're wearing right now, throw it away or burn it. He used to joke around.
And Craig Sager is known for...
Yeah, if you don't know who Craig Sager is, he's a sideline reporter doing like NBA games, and like during halftime or like during breaks, he would interview coaches. And most notorious was Greg Popovich, the head coach for the San Antonio Spurs, and I always give him a hard time. But he always had like these loud outfits,
like funky suits.
Funky. Think of a pimp type of thing.
Yes,
but
it's like pimp on the top.
Yeah,
and then
it's just a pimp. No,
it was just
suits.
it was like just
very
a funky,
colorful,
funky blazer every time, you know.
Think funky blazer, tie, shirt, shoes. Usually his shoes and socks match, like red on red.
But people didn't think it as like, oh, this guy's corny, he's stupid. Yeah, it was like, oh, that's Craig Sager, like, you know, that's his thing, that's his shtick. Yeah, it works for him.
He made it cool, man.
Yeah, it works for him.
He made it cool. He made the sideline reporting a big deal, because beforehand they were saying that it's no big deal or anything like that. But then all of a sudden he made it something special, and then he passed away yesterday, man. So it was kind of fitting actually that he passed away on a Thursday, because that's when the NBA on TNT goes on, and that's where he used to work on Thursday nights or whatever. So I think Kenny the Jet Smith talked about like how fitting it was that he passed on the day that they work. That's the only night they work, on that Thursday. So they got to pay tribute to him. It sucked that Ernie Johnson, I know Ernie Johnson wasn't there. EJ wasn't there. But everyone else.
Sick? Wasn't he sick for a while?
He was, him as well, whatever. But So,
but he's okay. Clear of it. Right?
So from what I know, I think he had cancer. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure he did. But don't quote me on that.
And what's his name too? That used to work for the WWE, right? He died.
Who's that?
Maybe he didn't work for the WWF. Dark-skinned fellow. He had cancer
ESPN.
too.
No, Stuart Scott.
Stuart Scott, right?
Yeah,
no, he
ESPN,
never worked for. Yeah,
no, he never worked for ESPN.
He was legit. I loved Stuart Scott.
I love colder than the other side of the pillow. That was one of his quotes or whatever. But yeah, man. So very sad. One thing that I take away from his passing is that the effect that you make on people. It's just you just keep loving people. The mindset that you have, not being defeated, really hit me. I got teary-eyed last night just watching, like, because everyone like had a special story that they had with him. And then so I thought about like myself, like if I ever pass away, I want to make sure like people remember me as like that person, like good heart, cared about people, not much, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't like it just puts things into perspective, like what's really important. Like time, you can't buy it, you can't extend it or whatever. When your time is up, and like, what are we doing every morning to better ourselves? What are we doing to be a better person, a better husband for yourself, to be a better jiu-jitsu practitioner, a better son,
a
father,
better pastor
daughter.
as yourself?
Yeah, man. Thank you. You know, like what, like your legacy? What are you passing down? So I could go on and on.
True.
Do you have anything to chime in with?
I ditto that.
Yeah, man. So
I mirror that.
Yeah,
verbatim.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I dig it. So
yeah, exactly. It's an unfortunate circumstance, but how can we use this unfortunate circumstance by understanding that this ride doesn't last forever?
Yeah.
And you got to appreciate it while you're on it.
Yeah. You also realize what's important, what's not important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're beefing with someone, not even if you have an argument, would gripe with someone, you haven't talked to someone, just let it go, man. A lot of people hold grudges. That's a word. I'm sorry, I couldn't articulate it. A lot of people hold grudges. If you're holding a grudge, man, especially a family member or friend, man. Let it go. It's not worth it, because you never know. That's why I actually don't like sleeping. If me and my wife in an argument, I will never. Never not. That doesn't come out right.
Never not. That's
I will never sleep without consoling, or what is it? What are you reading? There's big news.
Somebody, no, keep going.
Okay,
because this is a good point. But somebody liked something on Instagram of us, and their Instagram name is Jose Waldo Jr. Official, which is a play on Jose Aldo. Junior official.
Max Holloway's
Max
thing.
Holloway's hashtag Jose Waldo.
Yeah,
sorry, I interrupted that.
It's all good.
Great point.
I said,
but that is a great point.
I would
that you're
always.
making.
I'm always gonna make sure that I make up with my wife because I don't want to have ever the chance of waking up and her not being there, and because that would just kill me if I didn't reconcile. There you go. If I didn't reconcile any dispute or anything, or even with my friends, I just don't like to hold grudges because it's really not that important, man. It's not worth holding that thing, especially if someone you care about. I know a whole bunch of friends that hold on to things with and it's like little things, like I don't know. I can't think of anything.
No, it's a good point. Like I always thought that as well. Never in my years did I ever want to just kind of. No, let's talk about it. Let's finish it, Okay. Even though I don't always like to talk about my feelings and put it out there. But if we're talking about it, we should finish it.
Yeah.
Because, A, you're not going to be able to sleep, right? And B, like you said, you never know.
Yeah.
You might be falling asleep, meteor hits, boom, we're done. Yeah. So
there's no point to harbor anything, man. That's
when those things grow, man.
Yeah.
Those things grow like nobody's business.
Those things, one thing I don't like to do, I don't like to harbor anything. I don't like to hold grudges. And another one, I try hard not to. My goal every day is just to not talk smack about anyone, even if like the smallest things, if they're pissing me off. Because if I can't tell it to that person, then I might as well not say it at all. 'Cause, you know what I mean? A lot of times what we do, like all of us will say I have a gripe with, like, say Marcos, and I'll tell you what my gripe is or whatever, just to kind of hear you. Like, just to hear myself talk or whatever and just feel better instead of just going up to him like, yo, doing it like a man, basically being a man and just figuring it out and letting you know how I feel. Not like on that emo side of note. And I don't know how we're getting into this, so whatever.
No, let your feelings loose, my man.
I'm good, man. This is whole Craig Sager passing away just put a lot of things in perspective.
Sure. I hope it put your jiu-jitsu game in perspective, too. Because you need it, damn it.
I don't know where this episode is going. We just talked about a whole bunch of nothing right now. Pause it.
Pause it?
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Why? Why do you want to pause it?
No. I just looked at the time in my head.
Yeah, we have time.
Okay, we're good.
Come on, dog. This guy's trying to get away from. He wants to go and cry. Dude, go and cry. Like, I could man this for a while.
I bet. I'll be back. Give me 5 minutes.
So, real quick, all right? This weekend, Michelle Waterson versus Paige VanZant, PVZ. What are your thoughts?
I'm okay about it. I haven't watched either of them, really, so I'm more excited for the Mickey Gall Sage Northcutt. Sage Northcutt matchup.
Why are you more excited for the Mickey Gall Sage Northcutt?
Because I want to see how Mickey's gonna do. Because he just swept the floor with CM Punk, which a lot of people kind of
we expected that.
So I want to see what he does against Sage, because Sage isn't like a walk in the park. So I want to see Mickey's strike game, if he could take down Sage, if he could take him down and get the grappling on, because I think that's what he would do again.
Get the grappling on?
So we're going to be recording all this the whole time. What's up, guys? So, yeah, you know what I mean? So I think he's going to try to work the ground game with Sage, because I would say Sage better stand up. What would you think?
It's tough. It's tough.
'Cause I haven't seen enough. That's why of Mickey or whatever. But
yeah, they're both.
Mickey's a brown belt, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why I've just figured, or maybe he just wants to let his hands go. But
yeah, I believe if they get it to the ground, Mickey's ground game, his brown belt in jiu-jitsu, and his abilities on the ground will make a big difference.
Yeah.
And especially because Sage showed, even though he said that he was suffering from staph infection or something, that's why he got tired and got submitted in one of his last fights. But I believe that the things I saw from him on the ground, the little things he was doing weren't. It doesn't matter if you're tired or not.
Yeah.
You know, there's some insufficiencies. I believe Mickey Gall can exploit those things, and he's a savage on the ground, and he's young, and young guys like to take advantage of opportunities. And one thing in jiu-jitsu you'll notice is when you start mixing it up and you start taking chances, that's when the game opens up. That's when submissions can happen. But it also means you can lose position. That's why they're chances. That's why it's called you're taking a chance.
Yeah.
Because either win big or lose big.
Yeah.
But Mickey's a guy that seems like on the ground he'll take chances. And normally guys that take chances are good off their back as well, or else they wouldn't. You know, take the risk. So I believe Mickey takes chances. He's young. He's a savage on the mats.
Who do you have winning?
I have Mickey winning.
Okay.
But Sage is a tough cookie.
Where do you have the fight going? What round? Decision, submission, TKO, KO?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to. I have Mickey winning it.
Gun to your dick.
I have Mickey Gall winning it.
What round? I'm going to go second.
I have him winning it because of his grab, but probably in the first round.
Okay.
I feel like there's going to be a feeling out process. Sage.
Scramble.
Sage is going to try to keep distance. Mickey's going to try and be very aggressive.
Yeah.
And try to test that water a little bit for what's his face? Sage Northcutt. And see, I believe a lot of people think Sage doesn't know how to deal with adversity. Okay. So you push him against the fence. You make him move fast when he doesn't want to. You take him to the ground. Yeah. And make a mistake. So I believe
because that's what happened. He got caught in a guillotine in his last fight, or was it Kimura?
Mickey?
Yeah, no, Sage.
Oh, Sage. He escaped it. I believe it was a guillotine, right?
Okay, he escaped the guillotine because I'm pretty sure he tapped out to something.
Yeah, he tapped out in the fight before that one to a head-arm triangle, I believe.
Okay,
yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah, but even the fight after that, the last fight, I believe he was caught in a Kimura or something.
He was caught in something.
Yeah, he escaped, but it was like
close.
Not looking
I
good.
remember. That's why I'm thinking Mickey's gonna test his ground game just because he had problems with it the last two fights. And then they're showing on Fox Sports, like they're doing the whole preview, and that's what they showed, like him like working on his jiu-jitsu. Of course, you better work on your jiu-jitsu.
Hell yeah.
Especially you're facing someone like Mickey, who's dangerous, man.
Sure.
Yeah, but who do you have with the Page, I'm sorry, I'm burped. The PVZ and
Paige VanZant versus Michelle Waterson.
Yes.
That is a great fight.
Yeah,
that is very interesting.
Make that sexy for me.
Paige VanZant versus Michelle Waterson. Do you know what her nickname is?
Karate Hottie.
The Karate Hottie.
That is, yeah.
I like that name. And you should check out her Instagram. Very funny.
Yeah.
Pretty entertaining. Yeah. Man, she's been absent for
featherweight.
She's a UFC fighter. What are you talking about?
No, she a champion. She was a champion for one brand. I forgot what it was. It was Invicta.
I believe so.
Okay.
But yeah, she's an awesome fighter.
Okay.
Very good stand up. Paige is a little animal though.
Yeah.
Paige could come at her with an intensity. Paige, one of her last fights was against Rose Namajunas.
Yeah.
And she didn't look so hot.
She was
getting dominated. She was getting pushed around. She was getting shoved around, but she showed a lot of heart. She did not give up.
She got that kickoff.
Was
it switch kick?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. She
got a lot of things off.
She was the underdog. Who is she the underdog coming into this fight with?
I think Paige will always be the favorite because she got a lot of push from the UFC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was gonna say I was about to ask you what rank, but ranks don't really matter.
Yeah.
In UFC, man. So.
Yeah. What rank she is?
Yeah, I don't really. That doesn't really matter. So I just want to see a really good fight.
Sure.
Because the wifey's out for the weekend, so.
It's weird how the rankings work.
Yeah.
Because you'll have a favorite in the media be the favorite in the fight, but the favorite in the media isn't always the favorite in the martial arts realm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like just because you're popular does not mean that you're better at martial arts. Anderson Silva was never the most popular fighter. Look at him.
Exactly.
Demetrius Johnson, not the most popular fighter. Look at him.
Mm-hmm.
Ames, not the most popular fiter.
The most
look
popular
at him.
podcast voice in the world.
So
look at me now. But yeah, I want to see this fight because I've never really watched either of them fight. So I'm pretty excited. I just want to be exposed to these two and see what we got for the fight.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be awesome. Again, the whole card is stacked.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be an awesome night of fights. I can't wait.
Yeah, it should be good. Anything with that?
That's it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we'll call it a day.
Yeah.
And guys, listen, if you like us, subscribe to us on iTunes.
Like, share,
give us a review, give us a rating. Please do that. That's all I'm saying. Just please do that.
Hook us up.
That'd be great. Thank you to Chimera Coffee for fueling us with nootropic infused coffee
and giving
on
us
the regular.
these dope ass what do you call these
mugs? Travel mugs, travel mugs,
thermoses.
Yeah, you can call it a thermos.
Travel thermos is pretty dope, man. Coming in the clutch.
Yeah, and always supplying us with the freshest of beans. Check them out. ChimeraCoffee.com. Coupon code Show the Art. Kaboom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peace.